everyone, I'm Clay. I just love the great outdoors, don't you? When I'm out here looking around, I just can't help but think about God and who He is. He created all of this, from right here where I'm standing to the deepest parts of space that scientists haven't even discovered yet. That just blows my mind. But you know, I'm not the only one that thinks about this kind of stuff. Let's go chat with my friend Astro. He's an astronomer, which means he studies stars, planets, and space. Come on. Hey Astro, thank you for hanging out with us today. Wow, where are we? I feel like I'm in outer space.
Well, you almost are. This is called a planetarium.
A waterarium?
A planetarium. Basically a building specially equipped to show us images of the stars and planets in the sky.
This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Look at all the stars. I wonder how many are up there.
I'm glad you asked. Are you ready for this? Scientists say there are about 100,000 million stars in the Milky Way galaxy alone.
100,000 million? That's like every number in the book. I wonder how long it would take someone to count all the stars in the sky.
We can't even count because a new star is born every 0.0002 seconds.
Not that I'm trying to count or anything, but there were about 500,000 stars born with just you saying that.
It may be hard to think about, but it would take you over 3,000 years to count all the stars in our galaxy alone.
Wow. Okay, I have another space question. I've heard that if I were walking on the moon, I'd be taller. Is that true?
Actually, you would be, by almost 2 inches. In space, your skeleton would be able to straighten out because gravity is no longer pushing you down. Oh, and speaking of gravity, did you know that if you spit in space, it could travel forever and forever and forever? Because in space, there's practically nothing in its way to stop it.
It just keeps going and going and going. Space sounds incredible. Tell me more.
Okay, well, one single day on the planet Venus is over 1 year long. Oh, and the sun is so big that 1 million Earths could fit inside of it. Or how about this? There are only 12 people who have walked on the moon.
To infinity and beyond. I love thinking about what could be out there in space that we haven't even discovered yet.
I know. When I start thinking about it all, it can be quite the supernova. Did you know the Bible says that God counts each one and calls every star by name?
Wait, the 100,000 million plus stars?
Yeah, can you believe it? That's my favorite fact about space because it gets me thinking, if God cares that much about the stars, imagine how much more He cares about us.
Wow, mind equals blown. Astro, there's really no topping that. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with us today. And now we know all sorts of cool facts about space. All right, guys, there's still so much to explore in the great outdoors. See you next time.
South, east, west, I wanna follow you. And wherever you lead, yeah, that's where I wanna be. 'Cause God, you are my God, I wanna follow you. You're my maker, my father, you're my best friend, and you love me. That will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise, and I will follow you all of my days, all my days. And wherever you lead, yeah, that's where I wanna be. 'Cause God, you are my God, I wanna follow you. and I read your word. Open up my heart, I want to worship you. When I get quiet and I read your word, open up my heart, I want to worship you. You're my maker, my father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise, and I will follow you. You're my maker, my father, you're my best friend. And you love me, you hear me, that will never end. I'll seek you, I'll find you, I'll give you my praise, and I will follow you all of my days, all my days, all my days, all my days.
A million little thoughts run through our heads every day. Like, those are some cool shoes. She has something in her teeth. Or, what's that smell? Cookies. God knows every thought we have, and He cares about all of them. He's thinking about us all the time, and He wants us to open our hearts to think about Him too. We see this when we read the Bible and learn about a man named Joshua. God gave him some important instructions because Moses, the leader before him, had died, and God was putting Joshua in charge of all His people. As you can imagine, leading that many people could be very challenging. God gave instructions to Joshua, telling him to get the people ready to cross the Jordan River. It was time for them to have the special land He had promised them. God reminded Joshua that He would be with him and that no one would be able to come against Joshua as long as he lived. God also gave Joshua these instructions: be strong and very brave. Make sure you obey the whole law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn away from it to the right or to the left. Then you will have success everywhere you go. God also told Joshua to never stop reading the book of the law. He wanted Joshua to think about what it said day and night. God told him to make sure to do everything in it so that things would go well for him and he would have great success. Joshua opened up his heart to God. He learned that God was with him, guiding his every step, and that gave him the confidence to lead God's people to the land they had been longing for. When we open up our hearts to God, we will think about who He is and what He wants us to do. From this story, we know that God is with us and that He wants us to read His Word because it will guide our steps. When we spend time with God each day and open up our hearts to Him, we will grow.